Most luxury campers try to hide the machine underneath them. This one puts it on full display, and the reason is unsettling once you understand what it's actually built to survive. Reportedly, only a handful of these will ever leave the factory floor. Stay with me, the reveal near the end changes how you'll look at every luxury camper you've seen before this one. 8 wheels, each wrapped in mud terrain rubber taller than most adults, carry a 2-story yellow and black hull that looks lifted straight off Caterpillar's mining line. The front end alone is a statement. Quad LED headlights, an integrated winch buried in a black brush guard, and a roof-mounted light bar that makes the Cat badge look almost small by comparison. A steel ladder runs up the side to a rooftop platform, and above the cabin sits a glass dome roof full height, multi-panel, with skylight hatches cut directly into the structure. Honest observation. From the outside, this looks less like something you'd camp in, and more like something you'd evacuate a city in. Underneath, the chassis is understood to run on the same articulated multi-axle architecture Caterpillar uses on its heaviest hauling equipment, tuned here for road legality instead of pure payload. Reportedly producing well over 600 horsepower, with torque figures closer to construction equipment than any passenger vehicle, it's built to climb terrain most off-road vehicles simply can't attempt loaded. Only a dozen chassis like this are believed to have ever been built to this exact spec. With 8 wheels and a footprint this wide, parking in an actual city block is basically off the table. But what's happening inside that glass dome is the part almost nobody gets shown. Step through the cabin door and the raw industrial shell disappears. Below the dome sits a full kitchen, stone countertop, integrated sink, cabinetry finished in a matte oak veneer, visible through the lower deck windows, like a home built halfway up a mountain. A connecting staircase links the lower galley level to the upper observation deck, where the glass dome turns the entire top floor into a 360-degree lounge. Looking at this, it feels less like a camper and more like a hot ice that learned how to drive. Elevated, watchful, and strangely isolated even with the lights on. Here's what most reviews won't tell you. That upper deck glass isn't decorative, it's rated structural glazing, load-bearing enough to double as part of the roof. Insider detail, the roof itself is understood to double as a solar collection surface, feeding a battery bank sized for continuous off-grid living rather than weekend charging. Reportedly capable of running the cabin, galley, and climate system for well over a week without a generator or shore power. The rooftop platform isn't just for viewing, it's said to double as a working deck for satellite and communications gear, tucked flush enough to disappear from the ground. It feels built for someone who isn't planning on stopping anywhere, with a zip code for a while by choice, not by accident. This was never built for weekend campgrounds or gravel pull-offs. It's built for someone who already owns land nobody can reach easily, and wants a machine that treats that as a feature, not a problem. Production is understood to be intentionally small. This isn't a volume build, and there's reportedly no configurator you can just order one from. And when you finally hear the number attached to this thing, it won't sound like a camper price. It'll sound like something else entirely. Here it is. Pricing is reported to land north of $2.5 million, roughly in the territory of a fully spec'd Bugatti Chiron, except this one is meant to be lived in for years, not driven for minutes. Remember that number from earlier. Only around a dozen chassis are believed to exist at this spec, and reportedly everyone is already spoken for before delivery. That scarcity is the real price tag, and it's reportedly why nobody's actually seen one on public roads yet. Verdict: this isn't a camper competing with other campers. It's a piece of mining equipment that decided to become a home. It will not suit anyone who values a normal parking spot, and it will genuinely terrify anyone who assumed they'd already seen the ceiling of this market. If you were built for places most people are too insecure to go, this machine was built for you, and almost nobody else. So tell me honestly in the comments, would you actually live full-time in something built like heavy machinery, or does it cross the line from adventure into isolation? And if extreme builds like this hold your attention, the next reveal on this channel might make even this one look ordinary.